All right, so let's try this. So the clips are going to get confusing today because I have quite a few, and I'm just coming in a new spot at the end of the day here. What this is, I'm just walking in. You can see there's cuts. So don't tell me there's cuts. I know there's cuts. Is a mile past, maybe 2 past the fire, and I was like about 2-3 miles that way one day when I found that Bigfoot world at the 100X's, and this was a huge area for that chopper. This is where he mostly was. He was up in here, and he would keep coming that way. And just as he got to me, like on top of my head, he'd be like, wham, and then turn back this way. And I was keeping, most of the time, all my electronics off after that because I felt like he literally was coming to my cell phone signal and turning around. It was crazy. It's too much of a coincidence. It's too vast out here for him to keep coming right over top of me and then stopping and then turning around. I wish I had filmed it actually now. I got a couple tail ends of them. But that was it, because I felt like they were picking up on my electronics or something. I mean, if you got to look at the list of options that chopper has, people were sending me infrared and everything. So what I want to do is get past this stuff. And what do you want to bet? There's something going on back here with Sasquatch. What do you want to bet? I think I know already, just based on I did a mile or two to the left. And it was the same thing. I had to get through this type of stuff. I want to see what this chopper is doing up here. Give me a minute. I'm going to go with a guess on this one, okay? Because this looks just like the last time I went into the 100X's, even though it's miles away, okay? So you have your last little transition. I think they had, at some point 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you could come in here and collect your wood with a pickup truck. You know, it looks like an old, there are so many logs across it this way, it's unbelievable. It's like every year they do 2 or 3. You know, so over the last 20 years, there's 40 across the trail. They want that gone. And then look, then here you go, you got your trail, right? And everything will start to change. God, it looks just like the other place. I got goosebumps. Goosebumps of knowing. Look at this. How it just changes. Everything's green. And everything's got X's. Look at this. It looks so much alike. It's crazy. Because it's all, this field, I believe, goes the whole way. It looks so much alike when you first walk in. So what'll happen is, if I was to keep going this way, for sure, you get into those crazy blinds. Remember the jungle gyms all over the place? Giant piles of pine cones that were brand new. So that's all behind me, and there's some I've missed in between that and me, but I want to go this way. Either this way or out. And I know down there that becomes a crazy, you go half a mile across this field and there's like this beautiful aspen field. So I may go to that corner too, but I want to just walk through here. This could amount to nothing. I want to take a look at what, you know, why he's zipping over this open field. You know, is it easier for them to see? You know, are they chasing things, or are they getting recordings? I don't know. I can only imagine our government's not that friendly if they are involved out here with these guys, because they don't do anything nice, you know? It's like, nothing crazy yet, although, I tell you, my goosebumps won't go away. I don't know why. Look, old little like wallow type thing. And it does look old. You know, I'm seeing grass grow, everything. Of course, your stump, smush stump. Ooh, look at this one. Look at that. Is that a footprint or what? Look at that. That looks like it was done today. Recently, for sure. This year, you know. Look. I hope the camera can see that. Let me do it back. Oh my God. Damn it. If that happens again, I'm going to throw up my camera. Look. Let me zoom in on that one. I mean, that is a footprint. It's so crazy. I see it all the time. That one's really good though. Just they do that, and I know they look at it and do it on purpose. So I kind of walk to the edge. Here's this aspen field. There's not a field. It's like a giant forest. And I want to get an idea of what's on the edge here. I got some strange-looking rocks that are all covered up, which I'm not even going to look at. A lot of rocks right here. Oh, it's feeling. It smells different in here. Look how this becomes a forest. Look at the parallel. See, I'm not really seeing much, but I see things like that in the distance. You see a white parallel tree. That's a good sign. Look at this. Is this an old spot? I'm not seeing anything disturbed. I've become very good at noticing the ground where they are. And this is a place they clearly were. Look at this. Right? But nothing going on around it, as far as I can tell. On this end. The other end is absolutely unbelievable. Look at that parallel over there. It's amazing. See? And it's weird how everything changed here. All of a sudden, I had no rocks, I get rocks. It turns from pines to all aspens. Well, mostly aspens. I got signs everywhere. Really good ones. That's what's weird about this. Look. Let me look around in here a second. So I forgot to have these in my pocket all day. Long story. I was going to give these to, leave these with the baby. Just confirmation that it's not a trick. Because you guys, look, this isn't inside. These are from Sasquatch, okay? So if you leave them for another one, it's the best calling card in the world. It's an instant approval, because he's never seen that from a human before. And he knows there's something special going on there. So I will stop on the way back. We'll check the trail cam. It's just been a matter of 3 or 4 hours since I left it. Probably 6 by the time I get back there. And leave these as well. I got so many rocks and so many things from Sasquatch. It's crazy. I don't talk to you about my gifts that much. Look at these, you guys. Why would I? So I don't get any more? We're afraid Mark's going to tell somebody. Let me tell that story again too, you guys. So, Dan, I can't tell that story right now. I just can't. It's not my story to tell. So anyway, look. All the signs, but with no activity that I see. I'm not seeing disturbances. So let's go in here. Look how dense and eerie it is in there. It's like really cool back here. Isn't it amazing how far you have to go to find that? What I have to do to get you that on camera, and no one cares. Look, eerie, right? I got to keep these clips short. I wish I could just run this. I think one day I'll just be able to turn this on, and that'll be my video. It'll be live. I can do that. I could walk here 6 hours and never shut up. Just ask anybody that knows me. I could easily do that. You guys would hear my mistakes, but that's all right. Why not? Who cares? It's funny. It's not that many, but I'll start choking or whatever. I forget what I'm saying, things like that. I should start a blooper. I should have a blooper reel. So that was a crazy little structure. This is looking a little bit more active to me. At least I'm seeing not weeds. I'm seeing these little wallows of rocks. Leaners. Really nice leaners. And I'm starting to descend down the other side of the mountain, which is probably not a good idea this late in the day. Give me a sec. Well, it might not be a terrible idea. Look. I'm gonna check this out. Look at the teepees in the aspen, the hidden aspen world, you guys. God, do I have the goosebumps in here? Why? I don't know if you can see them or not. It's crazy. They're in the shadow part of my arm. Look at this. The 3 teepee, the one-sided teepee structure. Look at that. I don't know what this is. I don't know what to do here. It's an incredible, gigantic aspen forest that goes straight down. Over down. Remember earlier today, I was showing you, it might be a different video. I was showing you the hanging sticks. And that one, I don't think it came from anywhere. But I saw a whole line of these along a trail, just hanging. This is so different in here. It's crazy. I don't know what to make of this. I've never seen a Bigfoot world inside well, I've seen incredible structures in the aspens, but not where they seem to be living. That's pretty cool. And you can see how dense these are. I mean, this is incredible in here. I'd give anything to go that way, like down and then up again. All these signs are leading me are basically telling me up there is up. You go down and up into the pine trees up there, and it's probably outstanding. Because they're really marking up. Like basically what this is saying here to me, this is my opinion. These structures, all these preliminary structures and signs and stuff are just, so if anyone's coming through here, you know, like that shouldn't be, you know, he can stand here, but he knows, you know, if he's to continue that way, he's going to have an issue, or he's going to go find who he needs to, one or the other. You know, I think a lot of this is part of claiming an area. You know, they don't want, this new guy comes in, he's like, hey, this is free, let's take this. You know, this is these guys' area. You know, that's what a lot of these structures are, in my opinion. I don't think any of this was a hangout at one point, but you can see, you know, it's all the signs. It's all the same stuff. There's actually an X down here too. Where's that X? So you got big ones pinned up together. You know, little ones twisted together. There's structures all over this forest and all over these rocks. I'm looking very carefully, believe it or not, in these rocks. I got footprints there. There's no doubt about it. Right there. And they go like that, actually, which is kind of weird. But they look like footprints there. Disturbances, which is good. Something's disturbed. You know, really, really strange. Oh, here's a nice X here. Look at that X. Okay, hang on. There's a beautiful X there. There's also a beautiful X right there. I'm gonna sit down. You know, when I find a new spot, I always sit down for a couple minutes. You know, you get a big old bear in the area. That rock used to be right there, and it slid out. And to me, that's a bear. And that's him taking his nose. You know, the bigger the rock slide, the better, because he's got more, you know, more termites or whatever, more bugs under there. And that wasn't done this year because you can see the new weeds growing into place. But I tell you, I don't know what's going on with my arms. I got, look at it, you can see the goosebumps, see them in there? They won't. All right, so I don't know where the camera cut off because I wasn't looking at the screen. My camera just did the same thing. Color. I was telling you how nervous I felt in here, and all the colors, so my camera went. Just stopped, the screen froze, and there was just purple and different colors everywhere. You guys, I'm telling you, it's strong in here. It is so strong. I don't know why. Look. I'm nervous. I'm as nervous as I normally am, like if I was at night. Like I feel like I'm in a spot where maybe it's not a good idea. That's the only thing I can get from how I feel right now. Look at the hairs on my. They will not go down in the goosebumps. You guys can see. I hope you can see them because I can't tell. But I mean, I can't get rid of them for the last 10, 15, 20 minutes. I've just been walking the top of this and looking down, and the more I go this way, I'm telling you, usually it's an incredible feeling. This is different. This is like a warning different. It's like I'm nervous. I don't know why. I'm never nervous. Not usually. What's going on here? That looks like a spot right there. At least I'm seeing, in all that green, I'm seeing some disturbed ground. Look at the bend. You know, they have every sign is right here. That they're here. There's no doubt about it. I know what's behind me. The 100 X's are just within a mile or two of me. You know, I would consider this really the same woods, in a sense. You gotta go across that giant field and it has all these blinds and stuff in there. I took this off because the bottom of my camera is finally ripped out because of this thing being screwed into it. You know, and over time now it's like this on the camera and it's gonna break. And I cannot afford another camera like this. I can't afford anything. Why do I feel so nervous here? This is weird. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. I don't know what it is. Because, you know, it's not by looks, obviously. Right? Why would I make this up here? It looks like a teepee structure down there. You know, like, why not say that in the eerie place I was in this morning with all the pine cones and the dead body still pictures we're getting of, like, some creature that was dead. And They were all standing around it, and there's helicopters flying over that. So here's the area. Wow, the whole time I was saying I've been feeling really nervous, I wasn't thinking that this is the area that the helicopter flew over. It's the whole reason I came in here, and I forgot. Believe that or not. Huh. So I'm feeling nervous, like really nervous, like I should get the freak out of here for some reason. And this is where the helicopter was flying. Do those guys weed out the bad ones? I mean, if so, we're going by you believing me that I feel nervous here, which is, you know, a tough one. I get it. I was telling, was it you, Brad, or someone? You're done. That, you know, I don't expect all these you guys to be every single time be like, yep, Mark's right. You know, you guys are going to be WTF too sometimes. Like I am. You know, WTF. I don't know what this is. You know, like you got to trust me. Like, you know, it's not like that stuff. It's more like the baby thing, or, you know, I come up with these things, and you've got to just trust me. That's all I can tell you, because it'll all come out. We're gonna get further and further in this. This all takes time. You know, it takes doing this a million times. Hopefully not that many. Just over and over and over. And over and over. And one day, I'm gonna walk across the right situation. Or hopefully, even if it's the wrong, I just wanna be in a situation like that. I'm running the camera for my protection right now. I'm not even kidding. I feel completely safe while this camera's on. They know it's on. They don't know if it's live fed, you know, or if someone can see this, or they're never going to do anything while this camera's running, is in my opinion. The bad ones. No one's ever running a camera. And that's the other thing. They don't take, if they were to come, if they, you know, these 411s, and if they ever take people, they leave all their stuff. They never take any belongings. In fact, the shoes are always off too. And the people that have been taken by Sasquatch and brought back, and these are thousands of people saying this, they had no shoes on. And there was that famous story with the little kid. Dan loves that story, where the kid took off. You know, the Sasquatch took this kid. He was like 20 feet away from the dad. He had no idea. The dad turned around and he was gone. And then they had the search parties out, everything like that. And I forget the amount of time that went by. It was an incredible amount of time, 5 hours, maybe, or the next day or something like that. Boom. The Sasquatch brought him back, and he was 10 feet or 20 feet away from where he took him. He got him right in the same area. But what was missing? His shoes. And he said, "Daddy, Bigfoot ate my shoes." So take that for what you will. Maybe I should start leaving some old pairs of shoes. I think that sounds crazy, but you know, you got, like I preach constantly. You've got to leave. I'm gonna shake this when I say it. You got to leave your mind open to that kind of stuff. You cannot deny it. Like, it might not be true, but you still have to leave it. Like, yeah, it's very possible that happened. You know, this is the attitude you have to have out here, or nothing's gonna work for you or me. So you get into this field, and this is where it begins, and you get these blinds. I gotta turn this off. It's been too long. You know, there'll be these spots all over the middle of the fields. You know, random rocks that were clearly just put here. You know, I mean, this has just been put here. Look at it. Not long ago. I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe last year. They're all over the place. Just put there. Explain that to me. That's more of a mystery than how, you know, than a symmetrical X. They love putting rocks there. So I have no idea what I just said for the last 10 minutes, but over now. Here's that thing I was filming from a distance. Blatant, right? Look, if you don't think so, look underneath it. Look at the arch. Let's go closer. I gotta go this way anyway. Whew. I'll tell you, I went into 2 or 3 different spots today, and I still did 5-6 miles today easily. See this? It's all them, and I don't think they use this spot anymore. There's quite a few abandoned spots here with active ones nearby. There's another one that's gonna look just like this too, I just showed you. Just leaning enough. Just leaning enough. This one's upside down. That's the big end. Boy, I like having a pointer. That's the big end. This one as well. That's the big end. Pretty cool. 2 big ends up. It's rare to see that. You know, look how these are just laid in here. These are just laid. And it looks to me like that's been there like that for, I don't know, a few years at least. Maybe more. Without anything near it. See this? You can see where it used to be. You can see where it's coming back, and that's what they do. Think about it. If they sat here for 10,000 years and enjoyed this structure, God knows what this would look like right here. You know, they leave it when it's time, and they do the same exact thing over there, and they do the same exact, and they make it all look the same somehow. You can see more. Got more blinds, more fishiness. X is made out of branches. Over down. This is really strange, and this is my last clip in here. Okay, so you can see how disturbed this is. I love the old pine cone stuck there because I see it too much. Where is it? Right there. Look at this. This is a blind from that way, so they can be in here. Like when I came in, I had no idea. There's no way to know, you know. This could be a little active, I don't know. It's hard to tell. To me, it looks like it used to be. You know, and I get this, oh, so the reason I turned the camera on was, I still got it. Look at the goosebumps. You guys, this is 45 minutes later. It actually gets to the point, look at the hairs on my arm. I don't know if you can see it or not. You need the right light. Look at the goosebumps, looks like I have poison ivy. It gets annoying. I'm telling you, unless you've been in here, you'll never experience anything like it, because today was one of the best days with that ever. It has not gone away. I'm trying to think about other things. I was thinking about a boat, like anything not to think about it. Now, here's the weird part. As I've walked all the way out of here, I guess 500 yards that way, becomes that aspen thing, right? The aspen. And as I've walked up here, it's slowly becoming less and less. But yet I still have it. And the further I go away from over there, the better it feels. Like I got this crazy, nervous, unbelievable thing for 40 minutes. Not the exciting, like the energy feeling I always explain. This one was different, you know. And what can I say? You know, I try to keep that off the camera, but you know, it's look, here's more rocks just put there. How strange is that? How strange is that? In an opening where a UFO lands. I've seen that too many times too. Look at that. These were just put here recently. Oh, look at that. Just recently, guys. Please explain this to me. Bigfoot did it. But why? You see the grass? Oh, you know what? There's a whole ant colony there. Let me put that back. I don't want to. I'm probably going to kill a couple doing that, but I don't want to kill their whole colony. Just rocks put there in the middle of nowhere. And then in there is where that all begins and you go down. It's really cool. Yeah, every step I take, I can feel it go away a little bit. It's the most unexplainable thing. I think it's a gift that I have. Look, with them. You know, I have no psychic abilities really with them, but they can give you, they can make you use those abilities basically when you're near them. Look at that. So you got symmetrical X, rocks everywhere. There's more here. They're all down there. Hey, you know what I noticed? Are those growing there? Look at those sticks by the rocks. Okay, they are growing there. I was like, if those were stuck in there, that'd be really weird. Because these have just been put in within the last year. You can still, I'll show you again. Well, I put it back, but you could see, that's where it used to be. The grass, it was put right on top of grass. Here's where one used to be. It's not a bear, okay? Those rocks were brought there. Same with these. Look, you can see how this isn't from millions of years ago. Just random, look, that one flipped up. That's probably a bear. Just flipped up. But what put the rock there to begin with? You guys, tell them what put the rock there. Come on, you gotta help me a little bit here. Just tell them. Look at this. Yes, this is old, but this is incredible. I'm still in the field, right? I was showing you those rocks and stuff. Everything in this field is them. That's the amazing thing. I don't have to tell you why, you guys know. Again, this is the 5th one I've showed you today, or something like that. Different videos, but see the hanging one upside down? It's an upside down wishbone. Blinds everywhere. It looks so natural, but it's all been made, and you can't see in there to save your life. And then you come to this thing. No, it's not human made. It's bizarrely squared. I know it's them when I see this. They love to put the old burnt trees in. Look at this thing. What is this? This could be an old Indian something. Who knows? It does look a little humanly squared to me. Nevertheless, I don't think so based on where I am. I don't think a person... There's literally about 10 million different places you could be here. So how did a person do this here? You know, no cuts. It's got all their marks, like their X's on the outside. Look, there's an X in bark on the outside. There's an X in bark. I got X's in the trees. Look at that. Very cool. I have no explanation for that, but that's really cool to see in the middle of a field. You know, it's at the top of the world, basically. Because I'm not far from tree line right now. That's what the cool thing is. Look at that. There's a bee on there, so we can get the bee. Where'd he go? They flew away. Explain that.